My friend Brian was like, dude, I just read about this concept recently, man. And he was talking about the flywheel. So what the flywheel is in this book, Good to Great, by Jim Collins. We're going to pick up the book, check it out. Flywheel is like a concept where you build a business like in a circular pattern, right? And to take your business to the next level, at each point in the circle kind of builds on the next. And business, is not like this single thing you did. Like everybody's looking for their big break. Everybody's looking to get lucky. Everybody's looking for something good to happen. And why doesn't anyone if I could just go viral, this single defining action, or if I could just have this grand scheme or this grand plan or this one killer invention or some kind of lucky thing, right, to happen to me. This miracle, if only God would bring a miracle down and my business would make money online, right? Like that's what we think. That's what entrepreneurs always want. But that's not what it is. It's building this process like brick by brick. And the process actually creates this big, like, circular flywheel, right? And a flywheel, like you grab a lever and you start spinning it, right? And in the book, it says, like, you relentlessly spin this giant flywheel until it starts turning faster and faster and faster, and it builds momentum. And eventually there's enough momentum where that thing will just keep spinning almost even without you, right? And if you can look at your business, your online business, in a way where you create like a flywheel, right? And each flywheel, like there's a start where you start spinning it and then you keep moving, and what actually makes money, what actually builds it, then all of a sudden you can have this crazy business that has a lot of momentum and it's making millions of dollars and it's doing amazing things. And I was like, oh, this is absolutely incredible. What a concept. Like, I want to build a flywheel. I want to look at my business. Like and ask the questions, like, what does make the money in the business? What does get the results for people in our business with lifestyle? Like, how can I understand this concept so we can make it more efficient? We can get our team spinning the flywheel together and we can make our business more successful. So on the way home, I was riding in my truck with another buddy of mine. His name's Scott Beebe. He's got a business called businessonpurpose.com where he creates systems and all this other stuff. Scott's an amazing guy, one of the best dudes I've ever met in my life. And we had this hour and a half trip back to my house where he had left his truck. And we drew our flywheels out. And when I saw it, I brought it back to my team. And, we just started like going crazy on this. Like we got this like rough draft of it. And like we were looking at everything in our business over the last 10 years. Like what makes it tick? What's our flywheel? How do we spin that flywheel to create momentum where the business keeps growing? And all we got to do is roll up our sleeves, open our wallets, invest, and get to work, right? And if we keep turning the flywheel, good things keep happening. We keep making more money. More people change their life. More people get results from our programs. And so I wanted to share my flywheel with you guys today. I wanted to just tell you about it, like what we do at Flip Lifestyle. And like, as you listen to this, like you can think about your business. I wish someone had told me this when I was starting my online business. If I had this in the beginning, right? Oh my gosh, we would have been like so much further on. All right, y'all. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to read through this. And what you'll see here is a circle with arrows. So there's like a number 1 at the top of the circle. It points to the right, goes to number 2. Points down to the left, goes to number 3, points to the left, goes to 4, up to the left to 5, and then 5 connects back to 1. That's the goal, is to create circular momentum, right? And so we wrote this flywheel, and we said, like, what do we really do at Flip Lifestyle? Like, what's the number one thing we do? We always start everything with our content. So Flip Lifestyle, well, first of all, you start with your mission statement. Like our mission statement is we help people find and use the God-given gifts that they already have and use those gifts to earn income online so that they can live life on their terms, right? Like maybe you're someone who wants to quit their job like I did. That's great. That's your living life on your terms, but you need income to do that. Maybe you have a job you love, you just want more income, right? That's great. Online business can let you do that. Maybe you want to go create, a multi-million-dollar business, or you've already got an offline business, or you just want to take your online business to the next level. That's cool. We can do that too. That's living life on your terms. Right. So whatever life you want to create, like you have a choice, and we want to facilitate that by helping you find and use your God-given gifts. So that's the mission statement at Flip Lifestyle. That's what we do. So how do we do that? Like if we take someone who's never heard about online business, how do we take them through the process to where they actually start building and grow an online business? Right. So this is called our flywheel. So we started looking at it, and we looked back at all of our podcasts and everything we did and what we wanted to do. And we came up with this as our number one thing. This is the first turn of our flywheel. So what do we actually do to help people find and use their God-given gifts, regular people? Well, we tell authentic stories that give regular people hope that they can earn 100% of their income online, so they can live life on their terms. Like that's what we do. We tell stories of hope. Like everybody else is interviewing experts every week, and it's all a big ego fest of what you're selling this week and all that stuff. And, I've interviewed people. I've talked to, famous people on my podcast in the past, things like that. That's cool. We do some of that. But like, if you go back and look at the millions of downloads that we've had at Flip Lifestyle, and you go back and look at the hundreds of podcasts we did, like every week on this podcast, you're hearing real stories of real people from Flip Lifestyle that have started, built, and grew online businesses. And we share those stories because every good journey, every great change in life starts with hope, right? So like, that's the first thing we got to do in our flywheel. Like, we got to tell stories of regular people who are doing this online. It's not about the Gary Vaynerchuks and these, multi-billionaire, millionaire guys that are trying to buy the New York Jets, and all that's fine, and laying on their hoods of their Lamborghinis and walking up their private jet things. No, like, most people just want to make a living, and they want to do it on the internet, working from home, so they can spend more time with their wife, their husband, their kids, right? So that's what we do. We tell authentic stories. So the podcast, basically, Flip Lifestyle, right? And, so that's the first thing in our flywheel. Now, if you go to the right, when you're looking at this, I'm going to read through the flywheel, and I'm going to tell you how the core values that we have impact each step. But that's step one, is our whole business starts with, let's tell authentic stories of regular people. Let's tell about Evan Burst, Kareem Murato, Kenny Triano, all these amazing people from the Flip Lifestyle community. Let's tell their stories. They're better than ours anyway. All right, so the next thing is, like, what happens next, right? Well, most people, when they hear my story on the podcast, they hear the Flip Lifestyle podcast, they hear about these amazing stories we have of success in our community. Well, they go to our website, because now if you hear a great story, like if you hear about a couple school teachers from Southeast Kentucky who made their entire living online, quit their jobs, and took total control of their life, like, you're like, dude, I want that to be my story. How can that be my story too? So that's the second part of our flywheel, is we get people to visit us after they hear these stories so that they can make it their story too. They come to our website. They go opt in on our email list. And like, they start following us on social media, right? Like, these are things that you all do, right? You subscribe to our podcast. You leave us reviews. You go to our website. You go to Facebook or Twitter or wherever it is that you follow us online. And you say, like, man, you're wanting more information so you can make this your story too. That's the point of telling these stories. Like, guys, there's millions of people out here making money online. Why not you, right? So we have to have resources that we work on our website to make sure people have resources and free tools. Like, you can go to our website and learn how to find your idea for an online business. Like, you can go do all that. How do we support that, right? So then what happens when people get to our website? So we move down to number 3 on our flywheel, right? This is all going in a circle. So number 1, we tell authentic stories to give people hope. People who have hope come to our website like, I want that to be my story, and they get free resources. And then through our free resources, through our email list, through our tools, we fully explain the truth of what they must do to succeed. Then inspire them to take action through our entertaining content. Now, I hope it's entertaining. I hope we come out. I hope you have a lot of fun with the Flip Lifestyle podcast every week. But our goal here is always to be authentic, have great integrity, be honest, and have, a truthful presentation of what it takes. Like I say every week, guys, if you want to start building, growing an online business, it's simple. It's not easy. This is not get rich quick. It's get wealthy forever. That's what we're trying to help our people do, right? And we're always going to tell you, there's no free lunch. Like, you got to roll up your sleeves and get to work if you want to have the income online. You got to open your wallet and invest in coaching and training. You got to buy things like Kajabi, so you have a good website, Podia, if you want to do that. Like, you've got all these tools you got to buy. Like, you got to spend money to make money. And that's a core value in our company. And it's a part of our flywheel is we spend a lot of our time just telling you how it is. We tell people how to take their business to the next level. We tell them the truth of what they have to do. There's many times when I've been coaching people and I'm like, you're going to have to make yourself a pot of coffee at 9 p.m. when your kids go to bed and stay up till 1. But is your family's future worth it? Yeah, it is. So that's the third part of our flywheel. We fully explain the truth of what we do. So if we tell stories that give people hope and share these amazing stories, that will get people to come to our website so they can get more information. And if we're honest and integrity and have authenticity about how we, tell people this is what it really takes, guys, if you want to make it succeed, then people will say, all right, I'm all in. What do I do? And this comes to part 4 of our flywheel, moving around the circle clockwise, is we sell something. We have a product. Like, we are a for-profit business, y'all. This ain't a charity. Like, money makes the mission possible, right? So we all have to sell something online if we're going to make money online. So how does our company make money online? Well, we sell people radical community, radical accountability through our coaching programs and our courses, so that you will actually implement the resources and go and do what we did, like do what hundreds of other people have done through our program. And that's start, build, and grow an online business, right? It's not enough to just say you want to do it. It's not enough to just buy a course. Like we provide radical community, radical accountability coaching so we can walk you through the process step by step so you don't have to do it alone, right? So that's the point, is to get people to buy into our products so they can succeed and we can succeed. And if we do our job in that program, if people go through our courses, get into our community, hang out with other like-minded entrepreneurs, and stop hanging out with people that are trying to talk you out of your dreams in your life, talk about people chasing their dreams, get with people that are doing that, right? Then you will start making money online, and you will grow an online income, and you will have a great success story. That's number 5. Is we seek out and we find and we help people create their own success stories. And then guess what? Then we bring them on the Flip Lifestyle podcast and we have another story to tell. And what's number 1 on the flywheel? How does Flywheel back? We tell authentic stories that give regular people hope they can earn 100% of their income online so they can live life on their terms. So if we tell the stories and we get people to come to our website and we tell them the truth of what it takes, and then we get them into our coaching program and we hold them accountable and we give them a proven plan that works, they will start making money online. They will become a success story. And then we get to tell their story. And it just keeps going over and over and over again. And when you get this flywheel written down for your business, right? Like this could be anything. Like the first thing could be, like say you want to teach people how to play guitar. Like we got a guy in our community named Kevin DePew. He teaches people how to play guitar, right? Well, Kevin might say, I show regular people playing guitar, not rock stars, on my YouTube channel, okay? Then the next thing is, they want to, someone who's watching that says, I want to learn how to play guitar too. That's the second part of his flywheel. Then the third one might be, he's like, hey, let me show you some basics and make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into. He teaches them a couple easy songs, start strumming Amazing Grace or something like that, whatever it is. And then number 4, he sells them a membership where they can come and watch courses and learn how to play guitar with other people. Those people learn guitar, and guess what? Now he can show those regular people playing guitar. Now his flywheel starts. You can take this flywheel concept that's in the book Good to Great, and you can build your business in a way where it's like, oh, this is what makes it happen. This is how the Laffy Taffy becomes Laffy Taffy, right? This is the machine that it goes into to create results, and where results go over and over again, you know? And I've heard a lot of people lately talk about how I felt the economy contracting and I felt the economy getting bad and I think there's going to be a recession. That is bunk. I don't care what the economy is doing. I'm responsible for my economy. And this flywheel makes your business keep going. You keep pushing through the bad economies and all that. And people who I know now that have implemented a flywheel type concept and they think about how their business works on a deep level, they're succeeding right now when everybody else thinks it's a recession. Like they're growing when everyone else is shrinking, right? But it's probably because you don't know what actually runs the machine of your business. You're not thinking about it. So this is a cool concept. I wanted to share this with you guys, just to tell you a little bit about how Flip Lifestyle works, but also to encourage you to think about your business this way, like your online business. Like, what does a flywheel look like for yours? How can you do that? Now, once you have the machine, you have to have core values in it to grease the gears, right? You can't just say, like, here's my flywheel, here's the mechanics, this is a machine, it's always going to work. Like, there's got to be some kind of power source, some kind of energy that keeps that flywheel spinning if you want to have a great online business, right? So ours is our core values. Like, you know, when we say we tell authentic stories, one of our core values is we are consistent, prolific, and relentless. So we consistently release podcasts. We prolifically share them every day, and we relentlessly pursue success in our community so that we can have more stories to tell. That's a core value, right? One of our core values for our people is we listen and answer questions. Like everything we do is, what's your question? What's your next step? Let me help you find the answer, right? So when people visit us and like, how can this be my story too? Like we have open channels on our social media. We have people checking it every day. Like, come ask us questions and we can do that, right? We got a core value in our company called no sugar. We don't sugarcoat anything. We're going to tell you exactly how it is every time. So when people say, hey, I want to start an online business, we're like, are you sure you know what you're getting yourself into? Let me show you this. The results are definitely worth it. The end game is worth it, but you're going to have to roll up your sleeves, open your wallet. You're going to have to get to work. You're going to have to overcome fears, overcome obstacles. This is simple, not easy. No sugar, baby. No sugar coating anything. Right? So that we've injected our core values into every single part of our flywheel, and that's the power source. That's the energy that keeps it going. And everyone knows the core values. Everyone knows how the machine works. So then we power our flywheel with our core values. Like we sell people radical community accountability. Like we don't have an application process for our coaching and anything like that. Like we believe everyone has God-given gifts. So come on in and let's see if we can find yours. That's it. We believe in everyone. Yes, even you, until you prove otherwise, right? We believe in you, right? And like we take parental we make parental effort and take parental pride in our students, right? That's a core value here. Is we don't just want people to succeed. We have parental effort in our efforts to help you, and parental pride when you do succeed. Like, we share success stories. We get misty eyed. We get teary eyed. Like, we don't just make effort and have pride in our company. We have parental effort. Like, you know what parental effort is. That's how hard you work to get your kids to practices and help them do good in school. You know what parental pride is. You know how it feels good when little Sally or Susie does their cartwheel across the stage, the recital. You know how it feels when your son goes out there at jiu-jitsu class and takes somebody down, right? Like, that's parental effort and pride. So we put our core values in as the fuel, as the grease that greases the gears, so that the flywheel turns efficiently. So I'm really excited about this. I love this flywheel. We just came up with this recently in our business. And man, it's a great book, Jim Collins, Good to Great, but always remember, guys, I'm just sharing stuff with you guys so you can think, and it can get you excited, get you happy. But like, you got to be good before you can go from good to great. Right? If you haven't even started, you need to start, build, and grow the business, and then make it good. Get the flywheel going. That'll make it great, and good things will happen. But nothing happens until you roll up your sleeves, open your wallet, get to work, until you find hope and you get inspired to go and do the next step, take the next action, make things happen.